All right, my name is Aaron Bosshart. This is my
Brother in all but blood, Andrew.
my vlog for LA Film. Take two.
The first one got interrupted by a call,
Yeah.
and we couldn't use it.
All right, so we watched the video for Red-Handed crime comedy short film.
By Edward Andrews, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Edward
it's Edward Andrews.
I will admit, the setting is generic. It is absolutely generic.
It's in a forest, but I mean,
How friggin' often do they start there? But I will admit, for
crime, yeah.
for where it took place, the scenery, beautiful, camera angling, absolutely gorgeous. Did take at least 2 tries, gotta be 2 tries minimum on some of those. The camera
Definitely.
angle with the where the guy with the orange shirt comes running. I don't think he's the main character. I think he's
Main
the
protagonist?
he's the focus of this. He set everything in motion. So he's the catalyst. Let's dub him as the catalyst for this. And so, character-wise,
How is he not the main character? Because he was the one that was in the thing. Are you talking about because the
the
guy
voiceover.
the voiceover
That's the main
basically the killer
character.
was the
Yep.
fair enough. The killer
Either that or
was
he's.
no. The voiceover was the guy that was discussing what happened, and then the guy that showed up was one of the people he was talking about.
No. The orange guy's one of the guys he was talking about.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
But yeah. Okay, so character-wise, we've got the guy in the orange shirt is a jogger.
Yep, and we got the other two guys.
A little
that-
bit overweight, but still. No, we have to distinguish. The
Yeah.
other 2 joggers.
They
well,
were of
3
shape.
joggers.
The other the
We've
two,
got 2
two
male
guys that passed
joggers.
by. They were in shape.
They were fit. They were doing the.
Hey, real quick. Here. What's this say that?
I can hear it.
No, they can't. That's why I'm whispering.
We're going. No.
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 You too
You're
much
not doing that.
No?
I will
Okay.
slap the crap out of you.
That's why I was asking. I didn't want to say it and it not be something I should say.
But I will admit they had a pretty diverse crew. It's rare to see people actually able to put on multiple roles. I'm not sure if it's the same person, but I'm
It
not.
definitely looks the same. There was one of the joggers that was running by the guy that was first laughing. The other guy had his sunglasses like this. The guy that was laughing first also looked like the guy that was the one that
Same.
found the dead body. He looks like the
Okay,
same dude,
so-
so like the same actor. That's why it looks like it's the same actor. Looks like it.
They actually do pretty good on the thing. So next up, what's on the list?
Name the film. We did that. Give a brief summary of the story. Did we give an actual brief summary?
Okay, so the story goes. The jogger stumbles across something he shouldn't,
Yeah. The jogger stumbled
and
across something.
that sets off a chain of events that leads to a cavalcade of mess ups and hilarity.
And
that-
the guy that is talking is the one that is telling the story about what happened, and it's just showing perspective from one of the guys that found the situation that the killer
If I had-
created.
If I had to put this in an actual movie, I would no doubt make this a. There was point of view, a point of view. They did it in one movie. It was a beautiful movie.
Which one was that?
I can't remember the name, but I think it's actually called Point of View. But multiple different characters come together to tell a story. This is one of them.
Yeah, that actually they did that same type of thing in Avatar when they did a story of each individual character.
Yes, that.
Yeah,
That
okay.
is.
So yeah, I see what you're saying now.
That would.
Yeah,
I'd actually love to see a movie like that. I would love to see this guy make that. I mean,
that's not bad.
even at a short budget, it's a beautiful story.
Yeah, it could be if it was a bit
Give
longer.
him a. No, it's only one thing.
Yeah.
7 minutes.
Yeah.
But we see one of the key perspectives. Now I want to see how the guy that found the body reacted the first time.
That would actually be a pretty good
What set
Pretty
this
good
in
one.
motion?
show Bo's perspective and even show the perspective of the killer before he found the guy in his grave.
Still alive in a shallow grave. Okay. But story-wise, it's beautiful. It may play on a few tropes here and there, but
I mean, it's supposed to be a comedy. It wasn't really. It was
It
just
was-
a short thing.
here's the thing. That short thing actually does deserve a movie title.
Yeah, it actually put a lot of detail and a lot of just stuff in it because the guy that was jogging, the guy in the orange,
He was jogging off the beaten path.
He was-
Probably
yeah, he
for
was-
the rough terrain
rough terrain.
advantage, because that helps you burn calories a lot easier.
And then when he comes across and he sees the other two guys and they start laughing at him, he starts looking at himself and he's getting all bent out of shape because he's out of shape and he doesn't like it and he's trying to lose weight, but they're laughing at him. And then he looks over and he sees a pretty young woman running. She doesn't see him at first. He's like, I am not about to let her see me. So he runs off.
deeper into it. He was hiking on a rough trail, then he goes off trail, and that's how he finds the body.
He was going
Now-
off trail and he was jamming out to his music. My sister has done this plenty of times. She would go into the woods,
I'm guilty.
listen to music, and then she would just run through the woods. It puts her in some kind of mind
The music
trance when
act-
she's running through the woods.
The music actually allows us to focus and put our body to move with the beat of the song.
Oh yeah,
That's why you'll find some people use extremely high-paced songs to run to. Namely, J-pop.
Kyle's done that with the Halo theme song.
Yeah,
And he was
yeah.
running with the Halo theme song, and he just felt so epic as he's running while the song's playing.
Halo's got an epic song.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
so at first I thought it was relying too much on the music when I first watched it.
Yeah, when you
But-
said that, I was like, no, I don't think so. I'll just let it play a little bit longer,
But
see if he changes his mind.
Now
or not.
I understand it's from the guy's view. He was listening to that to try and pump himself up to get into shape.
That's
Now
what I
then,
thought too, but I just let you.
let's
think
cover the
that at
fight
first.
scene. That fight scene. Okay, I've seen a lot of fight scenes. I've seen anime. I've seen actual full-on comedy. I've seen an idiot get into a fight over chicken. But that fight scene was not choreographed. You couldn't choreograph that.
No, that was straight up. I look at that scene and I think that they were just told to just fight over the gun as best you can, just struggle for it, just do whatever. Except for the moments when they slow motioned it, those were moments that were actual, like, planned moments.
Or here's another take. They did it completely freestyle, and they reacted off it, trying to mimic an actual gun struggle. They did it, and
Yeah.
in post-editing, they slow-moed a few sections to make it look cooler.
Well, there was a few that they had to get close-ups for, like when he got smacked in the face, they had to do the close-up for that one, so they definitely at least had to.
Here's the thing. They could recreate it after they did it the first time. Like
Fair
I
enough,
said
fair enough,
earlier, gotta be at least 2 takes. If they did it all in 1 take, beautiful. I would
Fair
love
enough.
to see this as an actual movie. I would
I would
pay
too.
money to go see this in a movie theater. And I'm a picky movie critic.
Alright, so the other things was. What do you think the production process was like? We're already talking about that.
If I had to put it into perspective, they had to find somewhere where they could film, because some state parks and some areas have extremely strict filming laws, where if you get caught, you can get fined or
Like Tokyo.
worse. half the European Union.
Tokyo Drift, that one scene where they go
Yeah,
through
yeah.
the crowd. They didn't get permission for that.
I know. But, I think they knew of this old hiking trail, one that was partially used and one that wasn't.
They probably lived near it or they used it. One of the two.
When he first was walking down, that place is cleared out. I'm willing to bet you that leads to a either house or there's something back there,
Maybe
like
a
an
lake.
off-road section.
Maybe a lake. Could be a lake. It
True.
looked pretty good for. It looked like a good forest for a lake in the middle somewhere.
Could be mountain area, judging by the ferns, number of ferns.
And the other two joggers were kind of fully dressed, so.
Like they are prepped for cold weather, but could have been filmed in the winter, so up in the air on that. But
that too. Oh yeah.
I do got to give them credit. They chose a small area to work with, and they focused on it. They made something beautiful.
Oh yeah.
I cannot stress this enough. He needs to make a continuation. I would love to see the other perspectives of this.
The other perspective of the killer and the other guy that found him.
Not just that.
Who else?
The joggers.
The other two?
Everyone plays a role in this story. Finding the role determines everything. So, let's go over to the special effects real fast. Beautiful, beautiful work on the special effects.
What kind of special effects were in this thing? I didn't exactly see any special
Slow
effects aside
motion.
from that.
Slow motion, the blood,
Fair- yeah, that's
extremely
right. I can concede
skilled
that.
makeup and design department. Gotta be. Because that looked like actual blood.
Yeah, that did look good. Yeah, I forgot that blood can be considered special effects. Forgot about that. Brain fart,
It's
basically.
often overlooked in some critics, but overall, let's also go with the adjustment of time, the camera angles, all that.
Very smooth. In my
Smooth.
opinion. Very smooth.
Like a hot knife through butter.
Yeah, hot knife through butter. That's pretty good. That's pretty smooth.
But my main question is there more? Because I do want to see the continuation of this. There are pieces there that are driving me up the wall.
Hold on a sec. Got it pulled up here real quick. We can take a look, see if there's a. Nope, just that. Sadly, I wish there was.
Remind me to subscribe to this guy before we are finished here. Anywho, I have to give this 4 out of 5 on my personal scale, and I would definitely recommend it.
I would recommend it as well because it was actually quite entertaining. It was pretty funny.
That fight scene was comedy gold.
I did see a lot of like things that were about to come up anyway. Where as soon as the big guy takes down the other guy, knocks him out, and he picks up the gun, and he's pointing at him. And I was sitting there thinking to myself, somebody else is gonna walk up behind this guy and misunderstand the whole situation.
I had that thought, but then when I heard the bushes rustling, that's when it hit me that it did occur. And
I was thinking that, and all of a sudden I heard
it was,
the bushes. I'm like,
the guy that came up was a hiker, and he must have been doing a wilderness hike.
because he had a freaking camera.
I'm willing to bet you that this is in the Appalachian Trail. You want to know why?
Could be.
One of the biggest trails in North America. Plenty of locations where you could actually shoot this properly. And I know for a fact some parts do have paved sections.
I've never been, so I wouldn't know.
Neither have I, but I did live up in the Appalachian Mountain Range
So you
for a
were
little while.
near it.
Yeah, I didn't even know about the trail till later on, and I did a little bit of research because I was thinking about doing it one day.
So then there was the other foreshadowing right before the killer came on the screen, because as it's sitting there just showing the entire scene, I'm sitting there thinking to myself,
I was trying to figure out what was going on.
I'm sitting there
Was
thinking,
someone else going to come across it, or was the killer coming?
I
And then
instantly thought killer's gonna show up and he's gonna go, what the just happened here? And well, he did exactly that. He looks down, sees his gun, and he's like, what the? picks it up, loads it, sees the other
No.
guy.
No, when he picks it up, he checks the ammo count. Now, this is a bit of gun safety for everyone. Do not ever point a gun at anyone unless you are willing to use it, and keep your finger off the trigger. A gun is a weapon. It is dangerous. And it will cause harm. You will not walk away lightly.
Got a question? Because you're the first person I've ever heard to actually use that line, aside from a movie. You ever watched Terminator Salvation?
Nope.
There was a line there that was said, if you point a gun at someone, you better be ready to pull the trigger.
It's an old military saying.
I've never heard it other than there. That's why I was asking.
Basically, it means that the second you pick up that gun, you better be ready to use it.
Oh yeah, but guns are not for threats. They are for using.
Guns are weapons. Their whole purpose is
Protection.
to hurt.
And they're the reason why we have gun laws is they're meant for protection. That's why we're allowed.
I
to have
understand both sides of the argument. Anyways, if you ever find a gun in the woods and you pick it up, especially if it's near a dead body,
them.
don't. Common sense. Anyway,
Who the heck is gonna walk into a woods and see a dead body and go, "Ooh, gun! Let's pick this up and try and figure out what happened here." Some guy comes over. There's blood.
I've got
in
a
my
cousin
hands.
that would do it. I've
There's
got a
blood in
cousin
my
that
hands.
would do it.
There is a gun in my hands, and this guy just found me here. What does this look like to this guy? Like, who would do that?
But this is a good take on it. So, I think we've covered everything we need to, have we?
Let's see here. The other was, how was it presented on YouTube? Custom thumbnail image.
The thumbnail image was actually pretty good.
Yeah, it showed the
It
guy in the orange, his face, and it was like a look of shock.
sweaty, shocked, as if he's terrified. Actually, I know when they took that at the end.
Yeah, that's right. That was when he was holding that rock in his hand, and he was looking at
That
the
was
killer.
actually pretty good special effects. I wonder if they found the rock there or they brought it with them. That is the question that's going to bug me.
It's a forest. I'm pretty sure that rock was just. I think that was everything. Because the other thing was just a good description. Dislikes.
If there's one thing I wish they did better, it's giving us a little bit more of the story. But they did phenomenal. So,
Yeah, I wish we got just a little bit more background on what exactly was going on. Just a little bit.
but the ending does fill out pretty nice. So,
I liked it. I
I-
liked the scenery. I liked the storytelling. The roles that were in it. The scene. Music wasn't bad either.
music was actually pretty good. It
They,
kept pace with what was going on.
Oh yeah, they synced it they synced it really good with the video.
So, I guess this is where we should sign off. I'm Andrew. This is Aaron.
This is Aaron.
And we wish you a good day.